To start a new insurance company was unusual. To be owned by an Aboriginal owner was unusual. To be in Western Canada was also not normal.
Our leaders had a vision that they want to hold and own an insurance company in almost perpetuity. This investment is for the benefit of the children and the children's children and the children's children.
I believe that we knew what we were starting was something unique and something special. We were part of a startup company before startups were really a thing.
"40 years ago, the world was different. We were going places we'd never been before. Our country and our industry was changing, and the whole world was getting smaller. Technology, deregulation, stiff competition were all revolutionizing the market. To be the first general insurance company chartered in Alberta since the 1950s did not come without challenges. But even then, our founders knew that they were willing to take on the task. At every turn, we had to adapt or get left behind, and rarely did we take no for an answer."
So our first CEO, who was Bill Holt, he was like a second father to me and a mentor. He had this opportunity to start up Peace Hills and said, "Stay where you are, Brenda. I will call you when I need you."
I went to lunch with Bill first, just Bill and I, and he explained to me that they were starting this new company and it's exciting. Bill was so engaging, and he just wrapped me right up into the enthusiasm.
So Diane and I joined Peace Hills. We all worked together. Like everything that had to be done, the three of us basically did together. We had to make up all of our insurance wordings. We had to determine our rate structures. We had to order all of our office supplies.
This company originated with the support of late Jim Amusa, who was chief then. That led to a hiring of an individual named Mr. David Nicholson.
Dave Nicholson was with the provincial government. He looked at starting a trust company and then an insurance company. And he felt that those two financial institutions would bring in a source of income over a long period of time. Rex Anthony, he was the one that found the charter. Whether it was ingenious or a stroke of luck, I'm not sure, but it served us exceptionally well. It was perfect. The shareholder had requested the money from the federal government. In typical government fashion, it didn't happen quickly, and I guess we really didn't realize how long it was going to take. We thought the check would be there any day, month after month. The check didn't arrive. It was, I can't remember exactly, but it was Peace Hills Trust Insurance. It wasn't even made out correctly. Well, we thought, we didn't care. We were taking the check to the bank, and we did. Bill took the check to the bank, they deposited it, and we had the money.
So the first day when the funds came through, we had an adjusting firm across the street from our office that we were very close with, and they came over with caviar and champagne.
We popped the champagne, and Brenda is at the typewriter because we didn't have computers, so she's at the typewriter and she's typing up the very first policy.
Terry Stewart, he canceled his own homeowner's policy midterm that he had with another company so that he could be our first personal property policyholder.
I was the first insurance policy issued, P10001. I said to Bill, when we started, I said, I want to write your first homeowner's policy, and I want that policy to be my wife and my policy. They helped us out. They had our back when we really needed to have assistance with one of the insurers in the province.
We thought the company was going to focus on writing commercial business. And then when we put these auto rates together, by the time July came, almost every insurance company had increased their rates. And so our pricing became the most competitive in the marketplace. Business just poured in the door. It was crazy. And so we were very underpriced. So unfortunately, that was one of the biggest reasons, I believe, that we lost money for the first few years. And that's where the shareholder was so unbelievably supportive. Every time we asked them for additional funding to keep the company financially secure, they didn't hesitate.
A severe weather warning for Edmonton City and surrounding counties was issued at 2:45 p.m. as an approaching line of thunderstorms intensified. The tornado path width varied from 100 meters to 1.3 kilometers. The tornado was classified at the F4 level, which means it produced devastating damage.
The sky was like green, and then it was purple, and it was gray, and it was black, and it was unbelievably windy.
Black Friday, I was in my home. I remember that. And I'm watching the skyline to the west of us, because we were in downtown area. And I'm thinking, oh my God, this looks like a bad storm. And then all of a sudden, of course, you hear the sirens and everything going off like crazy.
We were still a young company, 6 years old, and I'm sure the question in many of our minds was, are we going to survive this?
The impact for us was the next year, the following year. And that, I think, if I look back at our results, 1987 results were not great. 1988 were pretty bad. And I think those were sort of the days that our shareholder was getting to the point where they were losing confidence in Bill as a leader, and felt that, they were pretty soon going to have to make a change. And so that was 88 and 89, and in 1990 they made the change. And that was devastating, and I admired his leadership so much. Even though I loved this man, he was a friend and a mentor, I couldn't walk away from this company because I hired all these people. They worked for me. And so there was no hesitation to say, absolutely, I will stay and make sure that everything is looked after until they found a replacement. I had no intention of applying for that job.
I think everybody was nervous about, okay, well, if we bring in somebody else that doesn't know our culture, how much is the company going to change? Like from a staffing perspective and even from the broker's perspective, are we going to change the way we do business?
When it happened, I thought our brokers are going to cancel our contracts, our employees are going to walk out the door. None of that happened. And then one day I came into my office one morning and there was a white envelope on my desk. It was a letter from one of our employees. His name's George. And it was a beautiful letter. I still have it. And he convinced me that I should apply for the job. And he talked about in the letter that people in the organization, our brokers and our staff, had all this confidence in me, and that they were so supportive of my leadership. And he really was, trying to convince me that it would be a good thing for me to apply. And then Brenda came in and she sat down at my desk and she said, "What is wrong with you? Like, one person has not made this company. She said, I love Bill as much as you did. But she said, he's not here anymore, and we can manage on our own. We can build this company, and we need you to pull up your straps and get moving." And so I did, and I put in my resume, and then in December was offered the position.
Diane's authentic leadership led Peace Hills Insurance through 25 years of successful operation. As the first female CEO of any insurance company in Canada, Diane saw Peace Hills through expansion into all territories and provinces west of Manitoba. Her leadership brought incredible revenue growth and laid the groundwork for a company that truly cares. From 1990 to 2015, Diane was building a company that not only cared about the people we served, but also the people we employed. This was evident from the company's perseverance through catastrophic events like the Alberta floods affecting many parts of the province, the Pine Lake tornado, and most notably the 2016 Fort McMurray fires. This event was where we proved our mettle. Not only did we reach out to our customers personally, but we provided checks for any customers affected by the fires to help people find shelter and food for their families. The era of Diane Brickner established Peace Hills as one of the top general insurance providers in Western Canada. And waiting in the wings was the next leader whose aim was to take what was already there and push forward with more growth without losing their identity.
Back in 1992, my life looked a lot different. I was a young 21-year-old, just finishing school, excited to get out in the work world and get my first office job, and this insurance job as an accounting clerk was presented to me. When I started, we were just celebrating our 10th anniversary, and so there was a big 10th anniversary party, and I got to know people fairly quickly, and that's what kept me.
I think as far as the culture is concerned, what's important to us is that we get to know each other and we treat each other as family and friends.
One of the reasons that we grow and continue to grow is because we have incredibly supportive brokers.
It's just been decades of building trust between management, underwriters, them trusting our management, our staff, our employees, and the ease of doing business with them is the most important thing, because the easier it is to do business with somebody, the easier it is to grow and to have a good trusting relationship.
Peace Hills has always been an important partner in our office, and our book of business with them has just grown tremendously over the years. It's been one of our fastest growing companies. And, I think that comes back to the consistency they bring to the relationship. Peace Hills is a strong, steady partner, and that's somebody that you can learn to trust over time, and that really enables you to grow your business with them.
I think one of the things that differentiates Peace Hills is, I think relationships and character are more important than volume. I think that they're more about long-term partnerships than short-term targets. That's what makes them different than everyone else.
Human beings want to accomplish great things together, I believe. And so part of being successful is having fun and celebrating your wins, not just, powering out all the work.
The people I've worked with for 18 years and the people I've worked with for 1 year, we always find that special bond and that relationship and friendship. It's not just a work environment, it's a family environment for sure.
Our underlying philosophy right from the day that Bill Holt started this company was, if you're going to work at somewhere 8 hours every day, you should enjoy it and you should have fun doing it.
It was a fun company. Peace Hills golf tournaments, Peace Hills ski trips, Peace Hills parties, they were phenomenal. Talk of the industry at that time.
Congratulations to everyone who worked at Peace Hills and the excellent service for 40 years. It's been lots of fun to work here.
I cannot tell you the amount of times that I've had that have been special with Peace Hills. But my favorite times are when we spend our time with our business partners, our brokers, and our people, our staff, and we celebrate. And Peace Hills does a good job of celebrating things.
For myself, if there's something I want to say about the 40-year history of this company, is to say thank you. Thank you to all the previous board members. Thank you to previous chief and council who had the vision for this place. I seriously want to thank the staff of Peace Hills Insurance. This company isn't what it is without you. The 40 years that have brought us here is because of their hard work, their contributions, their undying respect that they have for the growth of our company, and looking forward to the next 40 years with the coming staff who are coming.
What a brave undertaking to build something like this from essentially nothing. Look at how far you've come, how far you've brought all of this. And we're doing our best to make sure that that effort is in good hands and that we bring it to the next level.
Happy 40th anniversary, Peace Hills Insurance and Samson Green Nature. May we have more, and thank you for all the dedication of the people who works here for many years. You're legendary. We really respected you a lot, especially for newcomers like me.
We couldn't have done it without the past leadership. We couldn't have done it without the support of the Samson Cree Nation. We couldn't have done it without the work of the frontline staff, the underwriters, and the BPs, and the CEO, Kathy, has done a tremendous job. And In my heart, I'm very glad and happy that I'm part of the team and part of the organization in that aspect. My name is Marvin Yellowbird. I'm chairman of the board, and I want to thank you for conducting this interview to give me the opportunity to speak on a company that I cherish.
I am so proud to lead a company such as Peace Hills Insurance and be the president in our 40th year. I've spent many years at Peace Hills, and this company is very close to my heart. And we have been through some tough times, and we've been through some great times. But together, we have grown this company into a pretty big success. And it is all about the people. So congratulations to everyone that has been part of our successful history and who will be part of our future. Happy 40th.